Hi, I'm Simon with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we're going to show you how to repair your appliance. Are you ready? Remember, anytime you work on your appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. In this video, we'll show you how to replace the Lint screen housing assembly in a Whirlpool dryer. It's going to be a very easy repair. Should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. For this job, we're going to need a Phillips screwdriver, a 1/4-inch nut driver, and a pair of pliers. When you open out the package, you're going to get a new Lint screen housing assembly. The Lint screen housing assembly is designed to hold the lint screen, allowing air to cycle through the lint screen, catching lint. The main reason for the Lint screen housing assembly to be replaced is if it breaks and no longer stays in place, catching on the laundry and damaging it. So I need to remove the top. I'm using a 1/4-inch nut driver. I'm going to take out 2 screws at the back of the dryer. Now I'm going to pull the top back, slide it, and I can lift it off. Next, using a 1/4-inch nut driver, I'm going to take 2 screws out that holds the control panel, 1 in each corner. Now we need to disconnect a couple of plugs here. There's a tab. I'm going to press it down and pull on the plug. Same thing here. There's a tab. I'm going to open it and pull the plug out. We're going to lift up on the edge of the control panel so we can disengage those tabs here. And then we can slide out the control panel assembly. Let's open the door and remove the lint screen. Now I'm going to take out a couple of Phillips screws. I'm using a Phillips screwdriver. All right. Okay, I'm going to close the door. All right, and I'm going to install the wooden block here. Tilt the dryer back, slide it under, and then we're going to remove the screws that holds the front panel at the bottom. So using a 1/4-inch nut driver, I'm going to take out that first screw, loosen up the second and the third screw, and remove the 4th screw. I'm going to tilt the dryer back so I can remove that wooden block. Using a 1/4-inch nut driver, we're going to remove the 3 1/4-inch screws that hold the front panel on the top. There's one more plug to disconnect. There's a tab here. I'm going to lift it up and pull the plug apart. Okay, let's open the door. Grab that front panel with both hands, lift it up, and remove it. Make sure that the plug goes through. Don't force it. And lift it up again. Close the door, and we can take it away. Next, we're going to remove 2 1/4-inch screws. I'm using a nut driver. I'm going to lift that mounting bracket up, turn it, and we're going to using a pliers. I'm going to squeeze that retainer clip so we can pull it out. And now I'm going to turn it over. Now using the 1/4-inch nut driver, I'm going to take out 2 screws on each side. Now I'm going to lift up on this top brace and remove it. Now I'm going to remove this 4 1/4-inch screws that holds the front bulkhead. I'm using a 1/4-inch nut driver. Now we're going to disconnect the moisture sensor plug here, squeeze the locking tabs, and pull it apart. Now we're at the bottom of this front bulkhead, and there's one more screw that we have to take out. That's 1/4 inch. I'm using a 1/4 inch nut driver. I'm going to take it off, and we're going to remove this retainer bar. Now I'm going to remove the bulkhead by pulling it up, so we'll disengage it from those hooks on the sides, and then we can lift up on the drum and remove the bulkhead. Okay, let's place it on the workable surface, and you better have your vacuum cleaner ready, and a couple of long brushes too, because it's going to be full of lint. All right, I'm going to use the Phillips screwdriver. Going to take out the couple of screws to free the lint screen housing assembly. Now we're going to turn it over. So now we're going to take out this 1/4 inch screw. I'm using a 1/4 inch nut driver. Well, I'm going to flip it over again. And now I can pull out the lint screen housing. This is the old lint screen housing assembly next to the new one. If you don't have this part, you can get it from appliancepartspros.com. All right, make sure that everything is intact, and then we can install the new housing in. The plug goes into this opening on the side. And the very important part is that we need to lift it up in the air a little bit so that the bottom would fit in. And we can push it in. I'm going to lift it up. I'm going to show you how it's supposed to look from the back, like that, and it's all the way in. And we can see through this cutout that we have a little hole here. That's where we're going to put our 1/4 inch screw. Also the plug and those 2 varistors are out totally. That's important, otherwise this won't fit properly. I'm going to put it down, and then we're going to install 2 Phillips screws, and I'm going to tighten that screw with the Phillips screwdriver. And we're going to turn it over again. And now we're going to install this 1/4 inch screw here. That would be the last one that secures the housing. Now we're going to install the front bulkhead back in. Now lift up on the drum, bring in this front bulkhead, slide both rollers under the drum. So we're going to hang the bulkhead on those hooks. Left, and then this one. And then using a 1/4 inch nut driver, we're going to secure the front bulkhead with 4 screws. Next, we're going to connect this moisture sensor plug. And then we're going to install this brace at the bottom. We're on the floor underneath here. And install it. I'm going to match the hole. And using a 1/4 inch nut driver, we're going to secure that. Going to place this harness here on the top. And we're going to install that top brace. Alright, we have 2 hooks, 1 on each side, so they will go into this cutout at the top. Then we're going to push it down, and then we go into this side and do the same thing. Right, we're going to secure that front brace with 4 quarter-inch screws. 2 shorter one goes on the top and 2 longer one goes on the side. Alright, now I'm going to install the bracket with the control board. And we're going to lock in this retainer, harness retainer, into this opening. Push it in so it will lock in there. You can place the bracket, match the holes, and secure them with a couple of quarter-inch screws using the quarter-inch nut driver. Alright, now we're going to install the front panel. The bottom would be hanging on the 2 screws that is still there. Now we're going to insert that door switch harness with a disconnect plug into the opening at the bottom, and we're going to pull it out here. Now we're going to install the panel. Alright, now I'm going to secure the top with 3 quarter-inch screws. Okay, let's fish out this plug. That's our door switch, and we're going to connect it here. Alright, now I'm going to install the wooden block here. Tilt the dryer back, slide it under, and I'm going to secure the front panel at the bottom with quarter-inch screws. I'm using a quarter-inch nut driver. I'm going to tilt the dryer back so I can remove that wooden block. Alright, I'm going to open the door. And I'm going to secure those couple of screws at the bottom here. That's the Phillips screws. Well, the lint screen goes back in. And we can close the door. Alright, now I'm going to install the control panel assembly. I'm going to slide this harness into the cutout. And then we're going to match the clips and the slots. Put it down. Push it forward. Now we can connect the plugs. This would be first. And then the second one. Make sure they're locked. I'm now going to secure the control panel from the top with a couple of quarter-inch screws. I'm going to use a quarter-inch nut driver. And now we can install the top. I'm going to place it on about an inch from the control panel, a little less, and then we're going to slide it forward. And now I'm going to secure the top with a couple of quarter-inch screws. Plug the dryer in and check if it's drying properly. Thank you for being a part of another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. For any of your future appliance repair projects, please check out our other videos available on our site, on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram.